Hi Amy. Just going to take a look at your event poster. This looks pretty good so far. I like the colors. Oh, nice. This is fun. Let's see. Fonts, links, that's great. Open this up. Try and get this looking a little better. Okay. Take a look at your links. So that's a JPEG. You embedded that, looks like. It's an RGB. I can unembed it. Maybe it's in your links folder. That's okay. You do have the EPS, you have your text effect. So with this image here, we could go into, let's see, Safari, Photopea, and then I can do a file open. Go into my links and, oh, I don't see it in here. Well, let's just pretend like I'm going to open up that image of the back of the mountains. Let's pretend like this is it. Just pretend this is that image. Okay, and then we're in Photopea, so if I do image mode CMYK, I can change it to CMYK. I can check it. It's in CMYK now. So we can do a file, save as a PSD. That will go directly into our downloads folder. And then we can go back into, InDesign. And we can get on this and do a relink to our downloads where that PSD file is saved. And push OK, and that will update it to the new file that is now CMYK. I'm going to Command Z that or undo just to kind of get away from that because it's not exactly what we want. So it looks like you're missing some text. So we want to make this either bigger or I'm not quite sure what happened here. Please bring your, I think it's supposed to say ID. Yeah. So you might need to put in, ID somewhere in there. I'm not quite sure what happened. I just have to kind of fix that. So this is Myriad Pro font. Try to mix up your fonts. Think of a font pair. This is Britannic, bold, okay. Minion. Stay away from Minion and Myriad Pro. This one, so you want something that's going to look good, and you don't want to do more than 2 or 3 fonts. And this counts as a font, kind of. So we want to find good fonts. Let's see. So, let's see. I actually really like this font here. Where's it at? Oh. So scroll down. I have a lot of installed fonts. Air conditioner might be a good one. You can look up for that. You could look that one up. Your logo too, we want to put probably a white background on that. So if you click on that and click here, we can just go all the way up with a color picker to where this is all zeroed out. And that's white. Why didn't that work? Sorry. Let's try this again. Get it with a black arrow. That's better. And if I zoom in on that, we probably want to make this a little bit bigger too. This is 1 inch by 1.3 inches, which is really small. So we want to definitely expand the borders of it a little bit too. And with that white fill behind it, it looks a little better. If you want to center it inside there, you just use that white arrow tool on your keyboard to kind of center it inside. And then I would just make it bigger. This is the free transform tool. You can make the shift and just drag from the corner and to make things bigger. I would make it quite a bit bigger, probably at least 2 by 3 inches or so, somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit smaller than that, but not much. And then with these text boxes, they hyphenate, which if you go into your properties panel, if you don't have your properties panel, just go to Window Properties. But scroll down, there's a hyphenate checkbox. There's actually a scroll here. This bar can be moved up and down. And there's a hyphenate checkbox here that you can check. This can be more bold. Maybe using this font if this is what you're going for, Britannic Bold. Maybe something like that. This could maybe look good like a different color. Maybe if you want to match the color of this balloon graphic, you can use the eyedropper tool. If you don't see the eyedropper tool, you just have to click down and find it. The color theme tool is different. The eyedropper tool will be right here. That might look kind of cool. And you can even add an effect on this in the properties panel. If you have it selected with the black arrow, you can add a drop shadow to that and put the preview on, and then that will kind of match that. Yeah, I think something like that would be good. Maybe working on some colors for the fonts. Maybe lining that up a little bit better like that. Maybe bringing this down a little bit too. You could also add like a bar of color. You know, I don't know what color, maybe just grab one from this. Trying to grab one from the image, but it made it a lot taller, so I just have to shrink it down. And then we can do like an arrange, send backward a couple times, or we can grab the text box and do an arrange, send to front. Oops. Gosh darn it. Arrange, bring to front, and then we could do like an opacity on this. You know, maybe just bring the opacity down. Maybe even put like a yellowy color stroke on it with like a little bit bigger something. And you could even put a stroke around this too, this image. Let's see, so you have a white border, but you could always add a box underneath it too. And then fill that in with the color that you want this border to be. I'm not quite sure. It seems like these warm hues are nice. Just to kind of give it a little bit of extra something. Something like that, maybe. Just to give it a little extra flair. So think about experimenting with some colors. You can use even the theme tool. That might be able to help you with that. You can add it to your swatches here. That will go right into your swatches panel. And you should be able to access those colors pretty easily. And just try to pepper those around in the fonts and maybe add a few shapes here or there and things like that. Alright, thanks. Good job. It does look like you have it set up right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I do like your text effect in there, so great work. Alright, bye.